Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna. For those of you who are new here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to show you 10 of my favorite pictures that I colored in 2021. And if that is of interest to you, please stay tuned. Alright guys, so I wanted to do a series of videos. I've seen similar things here on YouTube. I think Poet had done one. Corey had done one, Coloring with K. I don't know. I watched so many videos, it kind of blurred together. But in this video, I'm going to show you 10 of my favorites. Now, I actually have more favorites than this, but I thought 10 would be a manageable number. In some of the other videos, I think I will do a total of 3 or 4 videos in this series. I'll be able to showcase some of my other favorites, either by way of books or artists, and so I think I'll be able to just get all the things in that I wanted to. But I wanted to start off with this. I actually really enjoy the Coloring Heaven books, and I specifically enjoy their annual collections because then you just get a bunch of artists. And the reason why this one is one I chose, and as you can see there are 2 page flags, is because when I colored these 2 particular pages that I'll be showing you, I enjoyed it so much and I enjoyed the artwork so much that I immediately purchased books from these artists. So this is from Zan Von Zed, and I really love how she came out. Again, if you guys have been watching me for a while, you guys usually see at least 1 or 2 pictures from this artist, whether it's from the Coloring Heaven collection or whether it's from the actual Zan Von Zed books I have. I absolutely love the art style, but it wasn't until I had done this page, because I had actually done either 1 or 2 other Hannah Lynn pages, but I thought, okay, well, all the Hannah Lynns that I have in these Coloring Heaven collection books is all that I need, but I had so much fun with this one that I actually purchased the Steampunk Darlings, I think it is, from Hannah Lynn from Amazon. But I really enjoyed this one, and I really enjoyed the other one, and because of that, again, there are some other pages that I thought I actually like more than this, but these 2 really are reasons why I purchased more from that particular artist, because it was so fun and enjoyable to do that I wanted more in my collection to be able to do that. And so both of those were from Coloring Heaven Annual 2019. I picked up mine from Etsy. If you're in the US, I think that might be the easiest thing. I know Barnes & Noble sells these books. My Barnes & Nobles, and we only have one for the entire state of Hawaii. There's multiple islands, so if you want a Barnes & Nobles, you have to come to the main island. But they run really late, so I don't bank on them to find these books. I just go to Etsy, and once I have 3 or 4 books that I like, then I'll order one time, because then I can get shipping for free. And so that's 2 from this book right here. Now, mentioning Zan Von Zed, I do have Ladies of Leisure 4 and 1. I actually just picked up number 3, but I haven't done anything of it. But this is the very first picture that I completed in any of the Zan Von Zed books that I have. This was done for Corey of Colorfully Optimistic's letter challenge. So this one was A for August. The way that she's doing the challenge is she's using brand names to utilize her stuff in her books and whatnot. I don't have that many different supplies, and so I chose to use colors that match to the corresponding letter of the month. And I do like to do a marker page and a pencil page. This was my marker page, and I chose 3. And so all of this is done just with 3 alcohol markers, and I just think she is absolutely stunning. I love the colors of her. I love that she is unflinching and unwavering. I love how dark some of the elements are, and I love that there's only 3 markers used to get this entire effect. And this is probably one of my favorites from Zan Von Zed, but because I do like Zan Von Zed's work so much. There hasn't been one that I have just absolutely hated. There are some that are a bit questionable by way of my interpretation of it, but you know, that's neither here nor there. But this is one of my favorites from Zan Van Zed's Ladies of Leisure. This book, as many of us have been inspired to get by Emma of Emma Colors 2020, is one of my favorites. I am working on it on a monthly basis. And one of my favorites of one of the ones I've completed is this one right here. And I think it's a combination of the picture itself, but also the little thing on it. Because on all of these pictures, I like to put a little bit of text of something. And I like that, because I actually literally just finished season 2 of The Witcher, but I like that it says toss a coin to your Witcher, and I can hear that song now in my head. It makes me smile, and although many of the pictures that I'm doing in here are a group buddy color with Emma, Erica, and Poet, this one I actually had done as a finding color for headdress for Olga Rani, and so it just, I don't know, I like all of them in here, but that particular thing to me, it just evokes and hits a different way, and so I wanted to show you guys this. This is Reptiloids from Basil Psycho, and this is like a mini travel size coloring book. I do really enjoy the Mythographic books. I tend to prefer Joseph Contenbong over Fabiana Atanasio, and it's less because of the artwork, and I think both of their artwork is phenomenal, and it's more because with Joseph's work, the little search and find things seem to be less obtrusive. But one of my favorite pictures that I've done is this one right here, and I really think it's because of the color combination, the teals that play off with the reds and the oranges. I definitely need to come back to do some more in my Mythographic. And saying that, because prior to January 2022, I had 4. Now I have 6 because of reasons. But I find them just so enjoyable. They're not necessarily quick colors, but I do find them very easy because I do use alcohol markers in here. This was a buddy color with Poet. Hers was phenomenal, and this is, to me, I think it's truly because of the color combo that it is so visually striking to me, and I love it. And so this is one of my favorites from Mythographic, and that is the Odyssey book from Joseph Contenbong. This is the Rabbit Girl. This is by, did I write it down? Kim Kyung-suk. And this wouldn't necessarily be one of my favorite artists or one of my favorite books, but there is a picture that I completed in here for the month of Halloween that I absolutely love because it's just so weird. And it's this one right here. Now the picture itself was very cute. It was a hug me picture and it was just adorable, but I was doing this in the month of October and I immediately saw this as she's just squeezing the life out of him, and so he's the one saying help me. I extended her mouth, I blacked out her eyes, I made his eyes bigger, I made her eyes bigger, and then I did some splatter with some red Kansai Tambi paint, so it's kind of glittery, so it's very spring-like, but then it also has this very irreverent and kind of not spooky vibe. It's just weird, but I love doing all of this on this page, and any time I think about this book, even though some other pictures in here are very cute and very whimsical that I've done in that style, this one to me is one of my favorites just because it is so weird. But that is Rabbit Girl by Kim Kyung-suk. I believe I got this, from Amazon. I don't know if it's still available. I don't link things in my videos anymore. I do have a Amazon affiliate storefront. If you're interested, you can pop by there. But if anything that you've seen here you'd like me to leave an affiliate link for, just let me know in the comment section below, and I certainly can look that up for you if it's available. Opal is one of my favorite artists, and it's one of the artists and books that I like to work out of every month. This one and the original one is usually considered Forest Girls #3, although it is called Moments Wholly for Yourself. And my favorite page from this one is this one here. Actually, my favorite page of all of my completed Opal pages is this one right here. And I don't know what it is. I know I could have done the hair better, but even with it looking like that, this I love. Whenever I think of one of Opal's books that I have, and I do have all 3, this is the very first one that I think of because it is truly my favorite picture that I have completed. I love working in Opal's books, and strangely enough, although most people either don't work out of theirs or work very minimally, as an artist, I probably have the most completed out of her 2 books. The middle one, the artist edition one, the green one, I'm actually not a fan of the paper, so I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to use that. But books 1 and 3, I have a lot of completed pages in it. And I don't know what it is because they're big, but they're detailed. You really have to want to do hair. I've used various mediums. This is actually washi tape for the book cover, but it's just, I love this page. I love this page. I love this page. And so I wanted to definitely show this to you in this video here. And that's Opal's Moments Wholly for Yourself, generally known as Forest Girls #3. One of my favorite pages come with this. This is actually the only Hannah Carlzon book that I own. Some of her more recent books, the ones that came out after this, I really like, but I'm pretty much done with Book Depository. So unless they show up in Amazon, I'm not going to look to get them. But I do love this page right here. This one. This one's kind of meh, but this one I love. And I love this one because every time I see it, I see that this bug is pooping stars. And I love that. When I can tie stories to individual pages, that just makes me laugh and smile like you would not believe. And so this was a buddy color with my friend Emma, and I've seen other people, I saw her page, I've seen other people do this particular page, and no one's ever mentioned it, but this is exactly what this bug is doing. It's pooping stars. And I don't like bugs. Normally I will try to just make them go away, but I really leaned into this. I used various mediums like Distress ink, Inktense, metallic gel, Tombow. I did some watercolor on here, and it was fun, and I love the results. I haven't done a lot in here. Hannah Carlzon is not one of the people that I tend to gravitate towards, but I am also setting up a buddy color that Danny from Calligralicious and I will be doing in February. So I am looking forward to that. I think for the Hannah Carlzon book that I have, I'd probably lean more towards it if I'm doing a buddy color or a find-in color, just because, again, I have so many books. This is not one of the ones that I gravitate towards, but that is one of my favorite pictures, and that is Tales of the Forest Kingdom by Hannah Carlzon. This is one of my favorite pages that I've completed from Carla Magana's set. I had been seeing Chelsea of Chelsea Jade Murray do tons of pictures on Instagram, and so I finally broke down. I bought Dark Garden and Tiki. When I got this originally, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I really actually like it. And then I did this page right here, and I was sold. I was absolutely sold on the artwork. I was absolutely sold on this particular book in general, and I tend to do very standard stuff by way of leaves will be green, trees will be brown, hair will be hair color, brunette, blonde, black, gray, whatever. And I don't do tons of additional embellishment. Well, I do now, but I wasn't at the time. And I really love how striking she looks. I did add the triangle. A lot of times, especially in Carla's book, I will try to block out some part of the picture so that I can leave the white space and it'll make sense, but still take away some of the white space without having to commit fully to a background. Chelsea will fully commit to the background. They are sparkly. They are a lot of times avant-garde to me. They are so artistic. I hope that Carla has Chelsea on her radar because she just does justice to her work. But because of this page, I fell in love with this book. I also fell in love with the Tiki one. With this one, I will be naming all of the girls, just finding some random name and a little line or quote on each of the page. Again, I do like to add text to my pages, but I just think she is just sassy and sparkly and absolutely gorgeous. And so this is one of my favorite pictures. There isn't a Carla Magana picture that I have done that I do not thoroughly enjoy, but this is the one that made me not regret buying this book and absolutely made me jones to do more of her pictures. And so that is Dark Garden by Carla Magana. And then my final is from Ikuko's Surreal Fantasy. And this one, I absolutely find her so striking. In fact, I love her so much that because there are doubles in this book, I am looking forward to whenever it is that I feel like doing her picture again. I did this as a buddy color with Deb from Instagram. I'll link her page below. Any of the names that I've mentioned, I will link in the description box below. I don't know what it is about this page. It was actually very simplistic to do, but she is just so striking to me. I absolutely love her. When I'm thinking about this particular book, she's probably one of the first that I think of as by way of my favorites. But because the artwork is just so stunning in here, I imagine that could be a sliding scale as I do more of the pictures in here, just because it's so striking. It's so beautiful. It gives me sort of like the Zan von Zed vibes by way of they're not just classically beautiful or super symmetric or just pretty. They're doing some weird things in here, and I absolutely love that. But as of completed pages, this has to be one of my favorites. Absolutely. She's both gorgeous and weird. And who wouldn't love that combination? All right, guys, I'd love to know of the 10 pictures, which one was your favorite? Again, be on the lookout for my 10 favorite other things by way of 2021. I go through phases where I film a ton and then I film nothing. And so I don't know when those will come out. I'm hoping to get them out sometime in the month of January. But I love my hobby that I rediscovered in January 2021. And so I wanted to share some of my favorites with you guys. And hopefully you enjoyed the video. All right, guys, well, that's it for me for now. And as always, aloha.